Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I'm going to do something a little bit different today, and uh, it is, again, a part of my Becomers Movement series. However, it has to do with a conversation I had with a young lady by the name of Dana, and actually, it wasn't really a conversation, it was a text message. And she texted me first part of January here and asked me what my resolutions were for the year. And I replied that I don't make resolutions, and there's a reason for it. And that reason actually started a long time ago in 1984 when I heard a speaker talk about resolutions and how by the 15th of January, most people who have made resolutions have dropped the resolution by the wayside and just have just gone on with life. Now, I didn't like that idea. It's I I don't like giving up on things. In fact, I'm so hard-headed sometimes I think that probably creates issues for me, but that is the truth about who I am. But I did discover other words that have really helped guide my life, and when I think about it, for some of the people that I have in my life right now, I can see these things as being great truths. Now, um, the three words I'm going to talk about today are going to be aspirations, intentions, and dreams. These words invite us into something deeper than short term goals. In other words, it may not be a year long, it might be 5 years long, it might be 10 years long, but they are words and feelings and actions that make things happen in your life. What's an aspiration? They are quiet whispers of the soul, and they're desires that just won't go away. They get stuck in there, but they're stuck there probably by somebody that really does care for you. And I'm just going to share something from the Bible, which I consider one of the great books of all time and one with great wisdom that the Lord has provided for each of us. In Psalm 37, verse 4, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. That's an aspiration, that quiet whisper. It's always there. For myself, I, for a long, long time when I was a kid, I wanted to be a teacher coach. That was an aspiration. How I got there and that journey, well, that's a whole nother story. And some of you know what it is, but that, again, it's another story. Now, the other word, intentions, they give desires a purpose. They're about setting your internal compass towards something. And Wayne Dyer says your intention creates your reality. I'm going to brag about my grandsons. One's named Jason, the other's named Lucas. Both great young men who I love very much, and I'm very, very proud of because of their abilities and things that I've seen them do in their life. Lucas is a very good student. He is also a very good cello player. And I know he's wanted to play the cello since he was about 4 years old. At that time, he got a cello and he started working on it. And then for years and years and years and years, he would, when he was at my place or at his grandmother's place or at my son Patrick's place or wherever, for 1 hour a day, he would take that cello out and he would practice. And the results show it was a very definite intention. He wanted to be good at it. Now, as far as being a student, well, the intention there, he enjoyed reading and building Lego things and all kinds of other things. I'm not exactly sure if it was his intention necessarily to be a great student, but he has become just that. And his work in the classroom and with the cello will probably lead to some good things for him in his life. Now, Jace, also good student. Uh, Kids seem to like him. But the one thing that you will notice about Jace from the time he was younger, when he was just starting his wrestling career and football career, he was a little guy, but he had two grandparents and a father and uncles who knew where the weight room was. And having talked to us about people that we knew that had used the weight room for great success, and observations of seeing at least his grandfathers still working out and doing things in the weight room, he decided, well, I'm going to try that too. So he went from about 100 pounds when he was in seventh grade to almost 200 pounds when he was a senior in high school. And his athletic career has been a very good one. He's been successful in many, many ways. Now, I would have hoped that he would be you know, in All-State or getting college scholarships and that sort of thing. But you know what? Nah, that that was not going to happen, because he's, as much as he's got a huge heart and he's extremely strong, that's just not the path he decided to go down. Now, he is a very good student. Now, wherever he goes, the intention that he had to get stronger is going to help drive him forward, because he knows what it is to make a commitment to get bigger, faster, stronger. And he knows the commitment you have to make when you're in practice or in the classroom. Intentions. Now, what about dreams? Dreams remind us to imagine without limits. Each and every one of us has a dream. I remember when I was a kid, I dreamt of playing football and the professionals because I was a big guy. Well, that never happened. I did play football in high school and college, and I wrestled, and those are all good things. And I did have dreams that way, but really my big dream was to become a teacher coach, which I became. Again, dreams remind us to imagine without limits, to dare to hope. Acts 2, verse 17. Your old men will dream dreams, your young men will see visions. And this is so very, very true. Be aware of what your dreams are, because you will see those sorts of things happen in your life. And I would encourage, if you're really young, develop a vision board. I'm going to bring on to one of these videos that I'm going to be doing and show you a Life magazine I got at a antique shop many, many years ago, about and it has a story of a gentleman who set 179 things that he aspired to do in his lifetime and how he accomplished all of them. And we'll talk about that at that time. Remember this, the future doesn't start with a resolution. It starts with a seed, an aspiration, an intention, a dream. Now, I want you to be more than a dreamer. Become. If you're interested, join us at the Becomers Movement. There will be a link in the description down below. And as I say at virtually every video I've made over many, many years, Go out and help somebody today. Raise them up, make their day that much better by what you've done for them. And by doing that, you've not only made their day better, but you've made their life better by what you've done. And you've made your day and your life that much better. And you made this world a whole lot better place because you cared for somebody else other than yourself, and you did not expect anything in return. I wish you all great success, and share this video with somebody that might want to see it about resolutions or not setting resolutions. And look for the next episode, which will be on plans, milestones, and steps in a few days. Have a good one, everyone.